and welcome to another exciting episode of Can It Take a K26, the show where I take a variety of blasters and see if they can be upgraded using a K26 spring. I am your host, Captain Xavier, and today we're going to be looking at some random blasters that were in the bin. The bin of blasters that I've either found at Goodwill or were sent by fans to eventually test for K26, and since I didn't have any other good options today, I let Luchathor, who's here visiting me because we were working on his Caliburn, I let him pick 3 blasters from the bin, and whatever he picked, I would do. So let's see what he came up with. Up first, we have this thing. I don't know what it is. It's got no name, it's got no markings, it's got no manufacturer, it's got nothing. It's pink and teal and white and really quite lovely. And it is, clip-fed, harmonica clip, feeds up the top, and sounds, tragic and pathetic. Find me a dart. Hey, Dave! Will it, in fact, take any of these darts? Let's see. Ow. Hey, it shoots. I mean, we could put it through the chronograph, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Oh, he's going for the chronograph. We gonna find out here today, folks. 36. 36 of the foots. All right. Let's get this thing open and see if it can take a K26, and if not, can it take anything? Okay, well, not so much.
That's tiny.
That is tiny.
That's tiny.
But the catch mechanism is
same as a Roto Fury?
not entirely unlike a Roto Fury. Interesting that there is actually a slide lock on the trigger. Alright. Let's see what we've got. Since we're going to need to get enough compression. Okay, so we're going to cut this little one we found in the bin down a little bit so that we can double it up. Nope, there is no seal of any kind. There's no kind of a gasket anyway. Okay. Alright, I've got it back together. We're going to put it through a chronograph and see what we get after a word from our special guest.
Tilapia.
You disgust me. We'll get 50 out of this. You'll get it.
We'll get 50 if it kills you.
Kills you. Alright, well with these super light, are these X-Shot? Yeah. It got 60. So we went from 36 to 60, which is almost 100% improvement, which is acceptable, I feel. That's pretty nifty. All right, well, this thing, which is so late 90s, it might actually spontaneously reform the Backstreet Boys, didn't turn out that bad. I mean, 60 is above stock Elite performance, isn't it? Stock Elite's 50, 60, 70. So to get that out of that, that's pretty neat. I mean, it's really hard to reload. The clip does not, I mean, you have to load some of them up there and some of them down there, and it's a clip. It doesn't come out. But still, if you happen to find one of these and you had a small spring in your bin that would work, you could get half-decent performance out of this. I'm impressed. Let's move on to the next one. Our next contestant is the Hover Blaster, which I assume came with one of those ping pong ball or foam ball levitation things that you then shot the targets for. It's pump action, 8 shot, which is impressive, and sounds like it has roughly the power of a toddler sneezing. And when you prime it, it does in fact hit your finger a little bit, but not like painfully. But let's get some stock performance out of this thing, and holy, oh. All right, let's see if we can actually make it shoot a dart at all. We can. Let's get the FPS on this thing. 32. All right, we're getting 32 feet. for a second. And part of that is I think this doesn't have barrels. It has posts that it actually fires up through. So what we need are thick-walled darts. Do we have any men guns? Yeah, men guns fit a little bit better. All right, but we're gonna get this thing apart and see what's going on the inside. That's interesting. Some of the screws are on one side, some of the screws are on the other side. Who designed this thing? All right, we're in.
Oh, hey, the plunger head comes off, looks like.
Nope, just the.
There's the tip. That would have made our life easier. No pliers.
I will be very surprised if this thing can support this spring. I'm hoping something breaks. We got the spring in, we're going to finish buttoning it up, and then we're going to give it a test after a word from our special guest.
Brunswick.
How very dare you. Meow. That and the spring is shredding the internals. All right, we've got the spring in. We've actually got the cylinder all the way in this time. We've got the pump on the right way. We're doing good. I think it'll actually fire half darts. We're going to give it a try. We're going for above 32.
I swear we get 33.
I'll take it. Here we go. Here we go. 33. Right. Well, we managed to get it up to 33 FPS from 32 FPS. I suspect either the spring we put in there, it's definitely heavier. But the barrel system is just so poor. There really just is nothing you can do with that. So we're going to leave this one be and move on to the next one. Luchathor's final choice might actually have a chance of succeeding. We have the Gatling Bow, which is this 8-shot revolver bow. It's nicely ambidextrous. I will give them that. You pull, you release. It rotates on pull, which I like, and then partially rotates on fire, as far as I can tell. We're going to get some numbers out of this thing. Oh, Lord. I don't know what this thing fired, but that is a half darts? We're going to try half darts, see what happens. Okay, so I don't have the right ammunition for this thing. It's less than a ½ inch. So I don't know what this thing was designed to fire, but we're going to pop it open and just take a look at the inside because Luchathor wants to see.
Where are those gummies at? Just shoot the gummies.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, keep going. Close it up.
You started this.
Yeah.
We'll see it through. Nope. Now good. That is an inordinately long spring, though.
What's that Centurion spring at?
No. Oh, it's got a lot of pre-compression in the line. Where's that Hillman we had earlier? That's gonna be too short, I think. Alright. Well, we've put a heavier spring in, I think. It's a little bit too short, but we'll deal with that. And, we're gonna button it up. We've also drilled out the barrels in a vain hope of actually getting it to fire. I don't think it's gonna work. Do you think it's gonna work? Hey, let's see if we can actually chrono this thing now. Well, there you have it. The Gatling Bow does not even fire standard darts and is not easy to upgrade, so I've had enough of this. We shall have one final word from our special guest.
Empanada.
I brought this upon myself, really. Let's recap. All right, for those of you just tuning in or who just skipped to the end to see the results, that was a... Alright, for those of you just tuning in or who just skipped to the end to see the results, that was a no for whatever that thing is. But surprisingly, we got almost 100% increase by putting in a heavier spring or doubling up the spring. Which, given the fact that it doesn't even have any kind of a rubber or foam seal, is actually very impressive. So, yeah, we got it up to 60 FPS with X-Chart darts. So, yeah, that's the thing. That was a no for the hover blaster. And though we did put a heavier spring in it, it didn't get any improvement. So, that's a thing. And finally, that was a no for the Gatling Bow, and no for any kind of an improvement because this thing is horrible. And we're not even sure what caliber it's barreled for, but it's not standard half-inch darts. I tried boring it out and had very little luck. So, that's a no for that. Luchathor, you chose these options. For God's sakes, why?
It's Wednesday.
So if you have any suggestions for blasters you'd like to see in future episodes, I will cover the Fortnite blasters once I get my hands on them, both the pistol and the shotgun, because I want them both, and I really want to see what they can both do. But that may possibly be the next episode. It may be the first further down the line. I do still have a whole box of stuff like this. If you want to see ones where we genuinely try to break them, that could be an interesting episode of just shoving the heaviest springs in we can and trying as best we can to actually shatter the internals. That could be a fun couple of episodes. I've got some stuff that would definitely fall into that category. So anyway, if there's other ones that you know that I haven't done that you'd like me to, go ahead and let me know. And as always, thank you for watching.